Good afternoon. I'm Chandra Scott. Welcome to the 25-26 Seamless Summer Option Training. School full authorities participate in the National School Lunch or School Breakfast Program are eligible to apply for the Seamless Summer Option. In this option, SFA continue the same meal service rules and claimant procedures used during the regular school year. Meals are reimbursed at the free rates for school lunches and school breakfasts, which are slightly lower than the summer food service program rates. It has less paperwork, making it easier for schools to feed children during the traditional summer vacation periods and for year-round schools, long school vacation periods. It is designed to encourage more SFAs to provide meals during summer and other vacation periods. It enables SFAs to provide free meals, summer meals, in low-income areas during the traditional summer vacation period. Site types available for SSO includes open, restricted open, closed enroll, summer camps, migrants. Site eligibility requirements for the SSO are the same for the Summer Food Service Program SFSSP. Can the SSO be offered at non-school sites? The answer is yes. With state agency approval, SFAs may sponsor non-school food feeding sites. Only SFAs that administer the NSLP or SBP may sponsor the SSO. We will now discuss the difference of site types. Open sites serve all children ages 18 and under on a first-come, first-served basis. Site eligibility is primarily established through use of school data, area eligible. If the site is located within area where at least 50% of the children are certified eligible for free or reduced price school meals, SSO may be served to eligible children free of charge and reimbursed at the National School Lunch School Breakfast free rate. Restricted to open sites also serve children ages 18 and under on a first-come, first-served basis. Site eligibility is established in the same manner as an open site, with the same NSLP, SPP reimbursement rates applied. Attendance at these sites is limited for reasons such as security, safety, and control. Closed enrolled sites serve only an identified group of children through ages 18 who are participating in a specific program or activity. This excludes academic summer school. Meals are reimbursed for all children in attendance at the appropriate NSLP or SPP free rates when at least 50% of the children enrolled at the sites are approved for free or reduced price meals, or documentation indicates that the site is located within geographical boundaries of a school attendance area where at least 50% of the children are approved for free or reduced price school meals. Campsites may be residential or non-residential day camp. Campsite must offer regularly scheduled food service as part of an organized program to enroll children. The eligibility must be established for each child enrolled. Each child's eligibility status may be determined by information obtained from the schools, applications submitted and approved by the sponsoring school or SFA, or by direct certification conducted by the sponsoring school or SFA. Area eligibility cannot be used to establish campsite eligibility under SSO. Meals are reimbursed at the appropriate NSLP, SBP free rates for eligible children. Meals served to ineligible children are not reimbursed. Council may charge ineligible children for meals. Migrant sites primarily serves children of migrant families through the age of 18 as certified in writing by a migrant coordinator. Sites determined eligible based on information from migrant organizations are subject to annual redetermination. Meals are reimbursed for all children in attendance at the appropriate NSLP or SBP free rates. What if a site's own school data does not match does not meet the 50% free and reduced eligibility criteria. Area eligible can be established through use of a school's site's data or by another school's site data that is in the same geographic boundaries of a school attendance area. If the school does not have 50% or more of enrolled children eligible for free or reduced price meals, the sponsor can look at other schools in the area in order to qualify their sites. SFAs must be able to demonstrate administrative capability and financial viability to properly operate the meal service during school vacation periods. Previous participation in the summer food service program is not a requirement for sponsors' participation in SSO. The SSO waiver is submitted annually through the Child Nutrition website. The application is under the Green School Food Service tab under the subheading Seamless Waiver. One application is completed for each participating site. Unlike SFSP, there is no sponsor level application. If possible, all facility applications should be submitted together in one submission. When the sponsor first accesses the Seamless Waiver tab, a list of all currently approved schools will display. For sites that will participate, the sponsor must place a check mark next to the site participation column, and then click on the Save button. This allows for the Edit button to appear, enabling the sponsor to complete the corresponding site's applications. In this screenshot, the sponsor has placed a check mark next to both NSLP approved sites and check the Save button. This allows for edit access to both facility applications. Each facility application captures 7 data elements as follows: cooking facility location as indicated by the sponsor, the number of operating days, the start and end date, site type 1 of 5 options as indicated by the sponsor. This section also contains the site's free and reduced eligibility percentage and provides the sponsor with the opportunity to select an area eligible site if the site's own data does not qualify it for free meals. Based on the site type selected, the SFA will be prompt to answer additional questions. The sponsor will indicate how meals will be advertised to the community when selecting all site types except for camps. This question is NA for campsite. The sponsor will indicate additional data for closed enrolled sites, bars A through G. If the site is not closed enrolled, then this area is NA. The sponsor will indicate meal participation data. This section mirrors the meal participation section contained in the Schedule A form for schools. Question 1. Select the central kitchen site from the drop-down box. The central kitchen site is the food service sites where food is prepared at a facility and is then delivered to the meal serving sites at a place other than the preparation site. Questions 2 and 3. The number of operating days is pre-populated from the calendar management tab. The SFA will click on the Adjusted in Calendar Management tool to build the calendar and make adjustments to the calendar. The start date should be the first day of the SSO program for school year 25-26, and the end date should be no later than June 30th, 2026. Both of these dates are pre-populated from the Calendar Management tool. Question 4. The sponsor will indicate the type of site it would offer. If restricted open is selected, the sponsor will need to explain why restricting attendance on the basis of security, safety, or control is needed. When selecting restricted open, indication of how meals will be advertised to the community as indicated by the sponsor is needed. If selecting a campsite, the sponsor will be prompt to answer the questions in this section. If not a campsite, then this area will not show. The question in this section was new as of last school year. Question 5. When selecting an open, restricted, closed enroll, or migrant site, indication of how meals will be advertised to the community or if closed enroll to your household as indicated by the sponsor is needed. The questions on the number 5 varies based on the site type selected. Question 6, additional data for closed enrolled sites, parts A through G, as indicated by the sponsor. If the site type is not closed enrolled, then this area is NA. Question 7, meal participation data, as indicated by the sponsor. This section mirrors the meal preparation section contained in the Schedule A forms for schools. The SFA will need to adjust the times needed for SSO meal service, indicate which meal service will be served under the SSO, provide an estimate number of students to be served per meal, and include shift times. To submit for approval, the sponsor will need to ensure that all applications are complete, correct, and that the appropriate site applications have been checked. Once the submit button has been selected, if there are no errors in the form, the following screen will display. If the sponsor then clicks back on the seamless waiver, the status will reflect submitted for approval now rather than unsubmitted as previously seen. The academic school year is July 1 through June 30th. Therefore, if a sponsor would operate school year to operate the program beyond June 30th, the sponsor will need to submit a new SSO application for sites operating in July. You must submit 2 SSO applications in order to be approved to operate SSO in both program years, June and July. And I know most SFAs have not gathered all the information to complete the new application, but remember, you can always come back and create a revision. If you do not plan to operate in July, please be prepared to complete the SSO application for the new school year as early as possible. The online SFS application consists of your Schedule a policy checklist, collection officials, collection procedure, and income and expense report. And once again, if you do not have all your information needed to complete this, go ahead and submit so you can start the process, and always come back and create a revision and update your applications. If the site normally receives severe need breakfast and or menu certification performance-based reimbursement, then these rates will continue doing SSO operations. During the months of May and June, sponsors will receive the current school year reimbursement rates. During the month of July, sponsors will receive the new school year reimbursement rates. SFAs are required to review each SSO site at least once during the operation for compliance with meal counting, claiming, menu planning, and food safety requirements. SFAs must also keep production records and menu records for the meals they produce during the SSO operation, as SSO is an extension of the NSLP SPP offered during the school year. SFAs must continue to offer the menus that are in compliance with the current SPP and NSLP meal patterns requirement. This is different from SFSP that provides flexibility in meal pattern. Most sponsors choose to continue to offer the same meal pattern that they're offering during the regular school year. OVS is still a requirement for high school grade levels for lunch. It is optional for all other grade levels at lunch and optional for all grade levels at breakfast. For SSO, there are designated meal period times frames. Breakfast must occur at the morning hours, in the morning hours close to the beginning of the school day, and lunch meals must occur between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 o'clock p.m. Point of service must be provided for each meal service. SFAs participate in SSO often continue to utilize the same point of service method used during the school year as to continue the same process that staff are familiar with. However, there is the option to utilize manual processes should the SFA choose, such as hash mark sheets and rosters, etc. Due to area eligible, children receive meals for free throughout the summer feeding program, the seamless summer program. The same claiming process is completed for SSO as done through the academic school year. However, SSO meal count is reported on a separate line item. The SSO data will appear in light green and displayed below the SFS line item. And many SFAs make a mistake and put the SSO information in the regular school lunch section. Just remember you're going to put it in the light green area displayed below the gray areas of the claim. On this slide is an example of how it displayed the claims. For each site, the following is reported per claim period. The max number of free eligibles, the number of operating days, the total number reimbursed per meal served by type for claim period, other meals not claimed, such as the program and non-program adults. And as you can see in the screen, the numbers are in a green shaded area. The same claim deadline applies for SSO claim as for any other child nutrition program claims filed. Sponsors should aim to submit claims by the 10th of the month following the claim period. The final deadline to submit the claim is the 60th calendar day following the claim period. State agencies must conduct administrative reviews of all school food authorities participating in single assignment options at least once during the 5-year review cycle. Reviews of SSO occur when SSO is in operation. It's in operation during the summer months. During the on-site portion of the review, state agency staff will observe meal service at one or more sites. USDA Food and Nutrition requires that SSO sponsors receive their SSO review in either the summer immediately preceding or the summer immediately following their scheduled SFS administrative reviews. And for SFAs that are switching over from SSO and then do summer and then come back, you will be subject to a review either way. So if you're on this program, you may want to stick with this program. Amended the SSO program. If changes occur to the approved program, sponsor must notify the state agency. Examples include, but are not limited to, early site closures or extension to the program, which is very important. You have to put in, extend your program if you're going to extend, because you may not be able to claim if you don't extend those dates, because we would not know about them. Change in meal service times, addition and deletion of meal type. Changes to the approved SSO program are communicated through online application amendments. And so the only way we'll know if you create a revision to this document. These are additional resources. So if you have any questions or comments, you may put them in the chat box. Okay, I'm gonna wait about a couple more seconds. I don't see anything in the chat box. But if you do think of anything, please feel free to give us a call or email us. I will now end the call. Thank you.